Hi, my name is Tina E. Jackson. I'm from Anaheim, California. I'm the founder and chairman of Angels for Justice. I founded my organization after my youngest son, Michael, a young man with learning disabilities, was placed in juvenile hall for running away from school. A school that I later learned made fun of him and called him names, making him not want to be there. And I'm not talking about his fellow students, I'm talking about staff. I sought help from the agencies that were supposed to be there to help him, the school and the juvenile justice system, but no help was forthcoming from either entity. When he turned 18, officers took less than 20 days to throw Michael into an adult facility on a minor infraction they filed as a felony and a strike charge. They also served him with a Mexican gang indictment while he was in custody. Even though Michael is Afro-American and the Mexicans he's accused of banging are his classmates. Michael was a minor, and all of them were minors when this was brought forth. The DA's requirement to be on the injunction are very low. It only requires that you have to interact with a known gang member. He and the 100 of other minors and their parents included in this civil suit by the DA were never served prior to having the injunction placed on them. The injunction was placed on them in absentia, so none of them were aware of the proceedings. They made it a civil suit instead of a criminal suit because under civil law, you are not required to have an attorney. If it was not for a very good and very nice private attorney by the name of Jeff Stivers, who worked free with my son's court-appointed attorney, Michael would have received a felony conviction and a strike. But they got the offense down to a misdemeanor, but he was placed on gang terms. Through all of this, plus working with other convicted inmates and pro-per inmates that represent themselves in criminal court, I observed the system to be corrupt, condescending, and highly dysfunctional. I observed Orange County judges and Orange County Alternative Defense Services systematically discriminate against pro-per defendants and then roll them through the system and into prison. The OC, District Attorney's Office, charges citizens for trivial matters time after time again. Then they form a joke of an innocence project with the OC's Public Defender's Office, but decline to test the DNA of convicted inmates, even though it might prove their innocence, but collect government grants to do so. The Orange County Public Defender's Office play Monty Hall, let's make a deal with a defendant's case rather than trying to prove their innocence. Also, probation and parole officers and people back to the system while offering them little or no help to stay out. This happens quite a bit. This also happens despite massive overcrowding in prisons and a massive budget cuts to education and vocational training in the prisons, and also a federal mandate ordering the California Department of Corrections to reduce their prison populations. Meanwhile, the Prison Guards Union is one of the most powerful unions in the state. And they have the governor's ear, underwriting and backing every new law that increases prison time. This makes it easier to place a person back into the penal system. Meanwhile, education is defunded as though it's less important than the prisons.